What's going on, everybody? Hope you all are having a fantastic day today. Now today we're going to be checking out some Call of Duty 4 gameplay, simply because of the reason that I just cannot enjoy Call of Duty Modern Warfare enough to, sit there for hours to get clips for this video. When in Call of Duty 4 there's no skill-based matchmaking, there's an actual skill gap, and it's a game that's very enjoyable. I can sit here for hours on end and record it for days. So, yes, we're going to be checking out some Call of Duty 4 gameplay, but today's rant is not going to be about skill-based matchmaking in Modern Warfare. It's not going to be about any of my complaints with Modern Warfare. I think today's rant is going to be very easy for a lot of you guys to agree with, because it's something that we all have to deal with when it comes to this video game, and that is the hacker situation with Call of Duty Modern Warfare. This game is so ridiculously filled with hackers, it's actually a joke. It's laughable. I catch myself sitting here chuckling and laughing with how many times I die to hackers, because literally, it's a joke. In any other video game that I play, it doesn't matter what it is. Battlefield, Fortnite, Rainbow Six Siege, it could be literally any video game in the world. There is not as many hackers as there is in Call of Duty Modern Warfare. And that is unacceptable. Now, I'm going to tell you guys straight up, Warzone is just getting it the worst. There is so many hackers in Warzone, it just doesn't make any logical sense. I played 3 to 4 games straight with my homie Baloney, and each and every game, there is just straight aimbots and straight wall hacks. It's absolutely stunning how these players can go on for this long and ruin a video game for everybody else who actually paid a price for this title. And a lot of people are going to say, well, it's Warzone. It's a free-to-play video game, so anybody can hop in and play this game. But so is Fortnite. Fortnite's a free-to-play game. Valorant, that's a free-to-play game. There's tons of free-to-play games out there that are popular, that a lot of people love to play, that do not have this many hackers littered across the whole player base. And you want to know why? Because Activision doesn't permanently ban these assholes who bring the cheats into Modern Warfare. In Fortnite, what's that one guy's name? I think he was in FaZe or something. He got permabanned. He got IP banned. Literally, he can't even download the game no matter how many different accounts he makes, no matter how many different PCs he buys. He cannot make another Fortnite account unless he completely gets out of that area, which is perfect. It just completely evaporates the hacker. And even though he wasn't a legitimate hacker, obviously, he was just doing it for a video, he got it a lot worse than some others. At the end of the day, that is very good, because that means that hackers are more scared to hack in Fortnite, because they know it's much more of a risk. But in Call of Duty Modern Warfare, there's absolutely no risk. You don't get IP banned, your account just gets banned. And in a video game that's free to play, that doesn't cost you a penny, where you can make as many accounts as you want, you don't have to worry about getting banned for hacks, because you could just go over and make a brand new account in 5 seconds, or get more hacks for $5. That's literally how cheap it is to get hacks. I think Baloney was telling me $5 for 2 days, or maybe even close to a week. It's insane how long you can acquire hacks for the price tag on them. But nobody has any consequences when it comes to Warzone, because they're not afraid of the consequences. There's no reason to be afraid of the consequences, which leads to hackers being absolutely everywhere in Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Everywhere. Every lobby, like I said earlier in the video. 3 to 4 matches straight. All hacks. It blew my mind. It legitimately blew my mind with how unfun the experience was. Because coming from a video game that has a publisher that makes billions, if not trillions of dollars off of this one single franchise, you would think that they wouldn't, have such a horrible anti-cheat system. You would think that they would take this stuff very seriously. But they don't. They give us the worst anti-cheat system, and coming from a Call of Duty title, which everybody knows about, it's one of the most popular titles, you wouldn't expect the quality of life of this video game to be like this. I wouldn't expect hopping on Warzone to find 4 games straight of hackers. You just don't expect that out of a Call of Duty game. You might expect that out of an indie game because there's not many consequences and they don't have the budget to afford an anti-cheat, but this is Activision we're talking about here. It's no logical reason for there not to be a legitimate anti-cheat system in this video game, in one of the most popular BRs in the world. I mean, this game is competing with Fortnite, it's competing with Apex Legends, it completely stomped out PUBG. It's one of the most popular BRs ever made, and they can't afford an anti-cheat system for it? From a business viewpoint, it makes sense. Because if you ban people, or if you permaban them, or IP ban them, I guess I should say, they can't come back, they can't, get the game again, they can't buy stuff in the store, they can't spend more money. But if they just ban the account, the players can still make a brand new account, still hop in the game, and still play it. Which gives Activision a higher chance of them spending more money in their store, which is going to give Activision a lot more money in their pockets. So from a business viewpoint, it makes sense not to IP ban them. But from a gamer's viewpoint, which all these companies should be gamers. They're basically the overlords of gaming. They're the massive publishers who are producing these games for us. They're giving these companies or these development teams large budgets so they can make these masterpieces of video games. You would think after sinking millions, if not billions of dollars into these video games so the developers can make a really high quality game, you would think that they themselves at Activision would be gamers as well. And being a gamer, you don't want to be put into lobbies with people who are cheating and abusing the video game. But that's literally not the case because they just simply don't care. It's the most depressing thing I've ever seen in any video game. And to top it all off, it's just not the free-to-play version of this game. It's all over Modern Warfare. It's disgusting. It's literally disgusting with how bad this game is littered with hackers. That even in the full $60 version of the game is still littered with people cheating. All over Ground War, all over 10v10. They kind of stay away from the 6v6 game modes because they can't hack off and get tons and tons and tons of kills compared to Ground War where there's 32 players that they can just completely wipe out. So obviously they're going to gravitate over to Ground War. But it's unacceptable for a $60 video game to have any hackers in that. That, if anything, if they can't put a good anti-cheat system in Warzone because it's free to play, at least put one in the $60 game. People are legitimately spending money in this game. They don't have to purchase anything in the store. Who cares about that? They gave you an initial $60 to get into your video game. And the way that you reward them is by greeting them with cheaters littered all across the board. How do you think that makes your core fans feel? How do you think we feel spending money and religiously playing this game every single year because it's our favorite title? The people that come back constantly, the people who want to play your game, who are excited for your game, who raise the hype for your game, and share this game to their friends and family. How do you think we feel when we spend all of this cash and invest all of this time into your game just to have it littered with people who are just going to cheat? It feels absolutely awful. I legitimately can't even explain to you the feeling of going through a Warzone match and spending 30 minutes of your time just knowing in the back of your head that usually every single game there's about 3 to 4 hackers, maybe even 5 hackers every single game you play, which means that the majority of every single end zone is more than likely going to have a cheater unless they got plucked off somehow. So you're spending 30 minutes of your time to more than likely be plucked out by a cheater by the end of the game. I really can't express to you the feeling. You have to go through the feeling to know what it's like. It's just absolutely devastating. It makes you never want to play the game again. You invest all that time and effort playing with your friends, going through all the moments. Maybe you're even a content creator and you're trying to record some clips or some funny moments to enjoy with your friends. And it all gets ruined because some random douchebag needs to buy cheats just to feel good about themselves in a video game. In Warzone's current state, I can be 100% honest with you guys. I find more cheaters in Modern Warfare Warzone than all the old school Call of Duties combined. More cheaters than Call of Duty 4, World at War, Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3. All of those games, even more of the recent ones, all combined have less cheaters than Warzone. How does it make any logical sense that these old games that don't even have any more Activision support and no anti-cheat support can still run better than a modern video game that is released in 2019 that has all of Activision's support? I mean, millions and billions of dollars of support. And they still can't keep cheaters out of this game compared to the ones in the past. The admins, the freaking admins of Call of Duty 4 and World at War do a better job than the anti-cheat department over at Activision when it comes to the recent Call of Duty games. It's embarrassing. It's a massive embarrassment for you, Activision. Seriously, you guys have to get this handled. There's no possible way that this game mode is going to thrive if it's still this many cheaters when it comes to Black Ops Cold War. And let me tell you guys this as well. If Warzone is still free when it transfers over to Black Ops Cold War, trust me, there's going to be people who are going to purchase Black Ops Cold War, and all the cheaters are going to transfer straight over to the multiplayer side. So they're going to be littered all over the game once again. So it doesn't matter how much money you spend in this game, or if you spend $60 to get a brand new game, Activision does not give two craps about you. They're going to just allow hackers to run rampant around the whole game. This needs to be solved. Just IP ban them. I seriously know you guys want the most money out of every single individual when it comes to Call of Duty. But for the love of God, just make sure the gameplay is good. You can't have steady income from Warzone if more than half your player base is going to get scared away because they deal with hackers all the time. You have to think about them. Yes, the cheaters might continuously come back because they aren't permabanned, but what about the players who are getting cheated on? What about the players who are dealing with all these hacks and cheats? They're going to leave. Those hardcore players who love your video game are going to be gone, and that's the most important money out of them all, because their money is yearly. They're going to continuously invest in this video game every single year, and if you lose that, you're losing a hardcore customer. You know, cheaters will come and go, but they're not going to stay forever. When a new popular game mode comes out, they're all going to gravitate towards that and completely leave Warzone. You're not going to have their money forever, but the hardcore fans, they will always be there unless you treat them wrong. But guys, I'm going to call the commentary quits off there. Thank you all so much for tuning in. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you leave a like, and by all means, if you hated it, leave a dislike. Also, if you're brand new and enjoyed the content, don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell notification button. Also, want to chat with me? There's two ways to do so. I have a Twitter and a Discord. Both those links are down in the description. And also, when you catch me with live streams on video games, I do that over on Twitch. Link to that is in the description as well. But guys, thanks so much for tuning in. I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.